Okay, so let me move some screens around here. All right, hello everyone and welcome to this month's deep dive on the 4 easy ways to build your audience with Practice Better. I'm Shelley Myers, business success coach, and I'm joined by Sam Nicholson, customer success specialist here at Practice Better. So today, Sam and I will be helping answer your questions, or Sam actually is gonna, so today I'm actually doing the demo. Usually Sam's doing the demo, but Sam is here to help out in the Q&A, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So he's going to be fielding questions to me during the Q&A breaks, and he'll be answering in the Q&A and other questions maybe outside the Q&A. So Sam and I love doing these deep dives with you, and we're so excited to dive into all the great features that you can utilize and Practice Better to connect with and build your audience so you can help more clients. So before we get started, just a few housekeeping items. So for this deep dive, I did take your feedback. So we have these surveys that you guys complete after the deep dives, which are just very, very helpful. And I wanted to take some feedback about the last few deep dives. The chat has been very chatty, very busy because everybody has so many questions, but it can also be distracting when you're trying to focus and pay attention. So there's pros and cons to having the chat open, but I wanted to try for this deep dive to just utilize the Q&A feature, which again, Sam is going to be in there moderating. And we're going to go a little bit more kind of step by step. There's going to be 4 examples today. And so after each example, we'll open it up for some questions. We won't get to everybody's questions, but at the end, depending on how much time we have, we may be able to get to some more questions. So keep all of your questions in the Q&A. We would really appreciate that. The most popular question always is this going to be recorded? Yes, they're always recorded, and you will get a replay email that'll have a link to the recording and links to resources that we talked about in the deep dive. They're always posted on our YouTube channel within a day or two, so you'll find it there as well. For those of you, if you do have to get off early, I am going to post this link. So this is the post-event deep dive, but just in case you have to get off early, I just want to give you that. So again, with these surveys, we read all of them. We take into account your feedback. That's why today I wanted to try something new so you guys can actually focus on what I'm showing you. So please give us your feedback in the survey. All right, so I'm going to just do a quick overview of our topic today, and then for the best part, we're going to dive into Practice Better and go deep into 4 creative ideas to help build your list. So you may have a fabulous new course, a program, or a signature offer, and you want to sell it to everyone who really needs it. But how do you even start to build your client list to get that offer in front of them? How do you get people to know, like, and trust you enough to want to sign up for your programs and services? So there's numerous ways to do this, and Practice Better is here to help. So we offer several tools to help you attract potential clients and to earn their business. I'm going to share 4 creative ways to do this, but there are plenty more. So by the end of this session, you will learn how to utilize the packages feature to organize and sell your virtual live workshops and events, utilize questionnaires to follow up with prospects and provide valuable resources or scheduling links so that they can book sessions with you. You'll also learn how to utilize the email-only program feature in Practice Better to offer free or low-cost challenges to your prospective clients to build that know, like, and trust factor. And lastly, you'll learn how to utilize packages again to easily sell digital products such as lead magnets and guides to provide free or low cost content to your prospects. So we're really excited. These again are just 4 ways, different creative ways that I came up with to show you today, but just know that there are plenty of other ways that you can do this. So now, okay, so the volume, just want to make sure, can everybody hear us? You can let us know if you can hear us. Yes, awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and Sam and I are going to turn off our video just so you can focus on our demo system. And I am going to share my screen. Okay. Now I am going to, well, I am going to leave the chat on just in case something comes up where you can't hear us, but just please put your questions in the Q&A if you can. So we would really appreciate that. Okay, so for the first example, I'm going to show you how if you want to set up, say, a Facebook Live, like you're running a Facebook group to build your community and you have a Facebook Live event that you're promoting. Now you could also do this through a Zoom event or Instagram, wherever, but in this example, it would just be if you have like a Facebook Live event. But actually, before we jump into that, I do, just to clarify, I do want to show you, if we go up here to clients and view all, just so you understand the terminology that we're going to be referring to. So, and also just so you know, this is a demo system. So all of these people are fake demo clients, just in case you were wondering. So here we have prospective clients. So these are clients who have requested a service package or program, but they have not been confirmed yet by me. So they're not actually in there, they don't have a record yet in Practice Better, but they have requested to get a service or a package or a program. And then you see down here, folks, that says they haven't been invited. So they actually do have a record in Practice Better, but they haven't been invited to the client portal. So they haven't activated their client portal account. So I have created for myself just a tag called lead stage, and I have given everybody who's a prospective client or not invited. So I can actually filter if I click on this. And so these, to me, in my business, these are all of my leads. So I just wanted you to see that before we jump into a few of these examples. So for example 1, we're going to go to my practice and my service, and then I'm going to click on packages. So this package is called it's a free Building a Healthy Kitchen 2-hour virtual workshop, and it's going to be on March 9th. So I just want you to see how this was set up. So I did in Canva, I created a header up here that I just uploaded right here. And then you have your package name. And here I'm just letting people know where this is going to take place. So we're not doing it in Practice Better. This is going to be in my Facebook group. So you could have a link to join here that could open in another window. So this would just be a hyperlink. And when they sign up for this workshop, which is when they're going to buy this or sign up for this package, it's a free workshop, I have a redirect URL to a digital download, my Healthy Kitchen guide that they're going to get before the workshop so that they can, you know, kind of prepare and get what they need for the workshop. So because this is free, I'm just leaving this as $0, and I've chosen here just to hide the fee so that they don't need to see $0. And then down here, I customize the button. So when they fill out the information to get this workshop, it'll just say sign up, and then you could customize this if you want to say, see you there, or enjoy your new guide. I meant to put that in. So that's what, and you'll see that when I show the example. And then here, this is a redirect URL to my Healthy Kitchen guide. I'm hosting this just for this example. It's on Google Drive. If you're able to host documents or digital downloads on your website, that's a great place to host them, because then they're taken back to your website. They can download the guide and they'll already be at your website. But you can also host them on Google Drive, on Dropbox, and other hosting. And you'll see that in a moment. And I think here, yeah, in here, this is the email that they're going to get. I also give them a link to the digital guide and then a link to join my Facebook group for the workshop. Okay, so the other thing, now I did not add a booking page form, but I just wanted to point out that if you're running a workshop or something and you do want to capture some additional information. Now, you don't want anything super lengthy, but if you just want to capture a little bit more information so you get to know these people before your workshop, you can create a form in Practice Better, and then you can add it here as a booking page form. So when they're signing up for this workshop, they would actually need to answer the questions and give you that information before they finish the sign up process. I do have a booking page form in another example, so you will see that. Okay, so let's just take a look at what this would look like. So if we go back here, we're going to click on the 3 dots. We're going to say share link. So this is the link. This is the link that you're going to share, whether that's in your social media, in your email, on your website, but that's the link you want to give to people. For this example, I'm just going to click on visit page, and I am going to grab an email here real quick. Hold on. Okay, so here, this is our free Building a Healthy Kitchen workshop. Again, here's a hyperlink to join the Facebook group. So I'm going to put in my test client. Enjoy your new guide, and then it takes them right to this Healthy Kitchen guide that they can download and print out and prepare for our workshop. And so I didn't need to send this to them. It was just instantly gives them something to download that could be branded with your logo and your colors. You can make these things in Canva. But that's really what that was. It's just a redirect URL. And so now the other thing that I did is if you have access to, if you're on the Plus plan and you do have access to broadcast messages, for this workshop, I set up 3 broadcasts. So this would go out the day before, just letting the folks who are enrolled know. It's just a reminder. They're just going to get an email because, again, I haven't given them access to the Practice Better portal. They're not going to be getting the Practice Better notification. So this was just set up, send as an email, and then I'm scheduling this to go out and then just letting them know. And I did personalize it a little bit. So it'll say, hi, Sarah, can't wait to see you tomorrow. Here's my Facebook group, sign up. And then this one here is going to go out the same day in the morning. They'll get another message. And then this one is going to go out an hour before. So it says starts in 1 hour. Starts in an hour. See you guys soon. Here's my Facebook group. So they'll get 3 messages with this. Again, these are just prospects. They don't have access to Practice Better yet, but we're just going to do a workshop so they can get to know me a little bit better, learn something from me. and hopefully sign up for one of my signature courses. All right, so let me see. Oh yeah, the last thing I wanted to point out is if you did want to set this up as a Zoom session, so if you wanted to do this over Zoom and you have Zoom connected to your Practice Better, you could set up a group service and have Zoom as the default, but you would want to, if you want these prospects to get the reminders or the confirmation and the reminders, you just want to make sure when you're in your settings. So here you see bookings and cancellations. And right here, it says enable confirmation and reminder notifications for uninvited clients. So those are what I showed you earlier. They do have a record. So I did confirm them. So they have a client. It could just be their name and email address, but they don't yet have access to the portal. I may end up just deleting the record after this workshop if they don't sign up for anything else, but you need to have this checked in order for them to get those confirmations about the Zoom session. So that is our example one. So I want to see if there were any questions for that. So let me look. Let's see. So Sam, did you have any questions you wanted to point out?
Sure. Yeah, we got a question here from Sandy asking, can you add pictures to your emails? Unfortunately, at this time, unless I'm mistaken, Shelley, you can't add pictures to your emails when you're sending them via Practice Better. Is that correct?
Yeah, is it with the broadcast?
Yeah, I think with the broadcast, or yeah, mainly with the broadcasts.
So yeah, you can attach a file. So here, actually, I forgot to mention this. I did attach the PDF version of the kitchen guide as well. So I think there's a limit here of 5 megabytes. So I don't know, if it's under that, I think you could.
Cool. And then yeah, so you can attach that, but you can't embed images directly into it, Sandy. So if you're hoping to put the image directly in it, but as
embed
Shelley
them
said, you can attach anything and send it to them, no problem.
Yeah.
And then another question we had, Shelley, and if you want to take this one, you can, because someone had asked which Canva template you would use for your header.
I just made my own. So the dimensions that I used were 1280. So if you just say create design and you add your own size, 1280 by 300, that's usually what I use.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Those are the questions for now. I'm answering the other ones in the chat.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Okay, so let's go on to our example number 2. Okay, so example number 2 has to do with questionnaires, so in forms. So there's actually 2 little examples in this one example. So the first one is with creating a discovery questionnaire, and we actually are going to share these 2 forms with you. So Sam is going to add the form code for you to download, but I just want to show you this first. Let me go into edit. So for this example, you would have this discovery. So if you are offering discovery calls, but maybe you just don't want everybody signing up for these free discovery calls, so you want to offer them a questionnaire to answer first, and then after you've had a chance to review it, you can determine if you want to send them an invite to book a discovery call with you. So I created this discovery call questionnaire, which we're going to give you guys to download into your accounts, and then you can totally customize this or add other questions. But this questionnaire, you can either, let me save this, go back. So with this questionnaire, you can have a link on your website. So you can share the link, and this can just be a public for, they link over and it's just a public form, or you can also create a widget for this form. So if you want to have these questions actually embedded into your website, and if your website platform allows for widgets, you can get that HTML code here, and you can embed this. So you could actually have this discovery call questionnaire on your website. And then when prospects complete that, I'm going to show you an example. You would have an alert that somebody had completed it. I'll just show you an example where you would find that. So we have this prospective client, Mary Smith, and I can click on review and add. And you'll see here, Mary Smith completed a form. Now, again, has not been added as a client yet, or as a client into my Practice Better. So I can come over here and I can review her discovery call questionnaire. And then I can decide if I want to add Mary, and then I can send her a link to book a discovery call with me. Or I can just not add her and maybe send her, a document with a referral, letting her know that she might be a better fit for a different practice or a different type of practitioner. So this way, when you do meet with people on discovery calls, it's more likely that they're going to be a fit. Now, after you have the call with them, you still might determine they're just not going to be coachable, or they really need to see a different type of provider. But that gives you the opportunity without wasting, 15 to 30 minutes on a free discovery call. So how you would come over here to your services, and then you would have a discovery call service, and then you would just grab this link and you could send this to them in email, or if you add them to Practice Better and they do activate their account, you could invite them to book through the portal. So that's the first example here. And the second one, if we go back to forms, so this one is, this is a self-care assessment form, which I'm also going to give you guys the download to that. But for this example, you'll see the form in a minute here. So we'll go back to services. So this is actually a package that I created called a self-care guide plus 10 days of tips and resources. So let's go in here. Okay, so what's included here is a self-care routine guide, digital download, plus a 10-day email series. And for this one, I'm actually going to charge. You would want to probably have require to pay at booking if you have your Stripe or Square account connected. But for this example, I just have this, so I can actually go through the process and show you how it looks. And then I have, purchase today, here's your guide. And then I have the redirect to the guide. And then I also created, now some of you may already have access to the 10-day self-care challenge, either an evergreen or a fixed date. But I converted that program into an email only. Now, your program, you don't need to have this, you don't need the clients to see this, but just from this demo purpose, I wanted you to see that this is an email only, and it's an evergreen program. So we'll take a look at that here in a minute. Also, let me see, did I have, okay, yeah. So now I have that self-care assessment that I created in Practice Better. I added that as a booking page form. So you'll see that in a second. So now let's go back. I'm going to save this. And we are going to go through and see what it looks like. Okay, so they're going to get the self-care guide and then the 10-day of emails. And let me just put my client in. Oh, that's not what I wanted. For a second, let me get this email address. Okay, so here is the self-care assessment. So let's say if you're doing some kind of a workshop, or maybe as part of your services, you offer self-care coaching, like you just want to learn more about your audience. So what are some of the things, like what gets in the way of you taking care of yourself? What does culture say about self-care? So there's just a bunch of questions here. What is your current level of burnout? And when you get this form code, you guys can totally customize it. I did, personalize it so it pulls in their name. Please enjoy the digital guide and self-care challenge. I look forward to working with you on your health journey. So now they would pay the $37, but just so I can get to the next screen. So now we're going to get this guide. So now you have a nice guide here that they can come up here and download and learn more about self-care. But then you'll see if I go over to Sarah's email, so she's already enrolled in this email only program. And again, she hasn't activated her Practice Better account. She may not be a long-term client with me, but you can see here that she is getting this email series and she doesn't need to log into the portal. So, and I mean, you can have I think I had, wait, let me see. I may not have added it. Oh, so you can have the download here, but you could also, like if you recorded some kind of welcome video or just a little video that maybe you host on your YouTube channel or your website or Vimeo, you could say, click here to watch my welcome video, so even though the video is not embedded in the email, you can still direct people to where they could watch the video. And again, that's just building that know, like, and trust. They're getting to see you and hear you talk. And so that is how that works. Hold on, let me get back. Hold on. Oh, okay. So now I wanted to show you just real quick the program. So this was an evergreen program. So the evergreen means that prospects could sign up whenever they wanted, and the module or the emails are going to come to them each day. So this is the Spring Self-Care Challenge. Okay. And just so you know, I was hoping to have this ready in time, but I am planning to actually build these out. So this is all email onlys. And once I get this built out, I will share the share code with everybody. I just want it to look really nice. So just as an example, I have a couple modules built out. So they will get the first email 1 minute after so essentially they're just going to buy that digital download, and then immediately they'll be auto enrolled in this program, and they'll get the first welcome email within a minute, and it'll pull in their name. Oh yeah, so here you can have another link to the guide, or maybe another guide or your website, and then here, click here to view my welcome video with a special bonus at the end. So you could put something like that in there just to entice them. Maybe you give them a little discount to something else, another service. So that is, so we did look at the email. So Sam, I think we're at the point of questions.
Cool. If you want, Shelley, I can answer a few here. So I had a few, good questions. So the first one was, when people sign up, can you somehow direct them to be added to your email list, like on MailerLite or MailChimp? And we had a few questions along these lines. So that would be done using our integration with Zapier. That can be found in the third-party integration section. if you link Zapier to Practice Better, you can then link it to an external email marketing platform, which is what some of our users currently do. So that will allow for communication between the two. And Shelley's just showing you right here. So we'll just be linking this Zapier option. So that's pretty handy. We had another question here. Someone asked if you can link a form directly on your website and use it as a lead magnet. So yes, in theory, you can do that. You do have the option. I've seen it sometimes where you can put like an application form or almost like a waitlist form on your website. You just use the option to embed it. Shelley's showing the option here where you can embed it directly into your website, or you can also share a link. And what will happen is if you put that on your website and the client completes it, they will then be added to Practice Better as a prospective client. So that's a really good handy thing that you can do for also managing prospective clients and a wait list. And I think we had one more question here. So someone had asked, can the confirmation template be edited to remove re-reserved a package for you? I believe that was maybe the package confirmation email template, if I'm not mistaken, in which case, yes, you can edit that to whatever you'd like. And Shelley's just scrolling right there. So you can just like change this package confirmation one and have this say whatever you like if you're on the professional plan or above. And I think those are all the ones to go over live for now, Shelley.
Awesome. Thanks, Sam.
Cool.
Okay. So let me get back to my document. Okay, so example 3. So this is if you want to have people sign up. So this would be not purchasing a package, but rather just inviting people to an email only challenge. So just to the challenge, but this would be a group challenge instead of the evergreen. So if we go to my programs, and then this is a fixed date. So this is based on dates. So this is the Spring Self-Care Challenge, email only. So we're going to go in here to manage. So this is going to run through March 13th. Actually, let me go into edit program. Okay, so this is the description of what's included. This is going to run from March 13th through the 24th. I put my max enrollments. Registration deadline is the 12th. It's going to be $37. Now, again, you're probably going to want people to pay at booking. And again, we have another guide here that they're going to get after, but you know, you can redirect people if you want to, if you have a Facebook group you want them to join, if you want them to go to your Instagram, learn more about you on your website. So there's just so many options there. And here is the program. And then also let's go into the program. So save changes. Okay, so it looks very similar to what I was showing you before, except this is based on dates. So everybody who's enrolled, they're all going to get the same email on the 13th at 8 a.m. And they're all going to get the same email. So everybody who's enrolled is going to get it at the same day. And the reason I'm setting it as a fixed date, and I want everybody to kind of be on the same page, is that I also created 2 group sessions. So we have the first session is when the program or the challenge starts on March 13th. And then the last one is on the 23rd. So if we go in here and view that, you can see this is set up with Zoom and all the people. These are all prospective clients who are registered. So because I had that, which I showed earlier, that setting where you check that you want them to get the confirmation and the reminders for this email only, or I mean, for these sessions, they're going to get those with the Zoom link. And I can, when I'm in the view details, I can, register more clients. send reminders, send a broadcast. I can do all of these things right from the screen, or if it's already Monday the 13th at 2 o'clock, I can start my Zoom meeting. So I didn't even need to go over to Zoom. It's just such a time savings because I just connected it to Practice Better and I created a group service and I'm ready to go. Okay, so this, what was the other thing I was going to show? Oh, the other thing, I also set one broadcast message for this. So I am going to have for this challenge just a pop-up Facebook group. So it's only going to be open during the challenge. Now you can have a group chat in Practice Better, but if you're going to do that, then the participants will need access to the client portal. So if you're not ready to give them access to Practice Better and you want to run it in Facebook, you can, use your own group or set up a pop-up group. So this is just a broadcast message that's going to ask them to click here to join my pop-up Facebook group. And then I selected all the people that were in the program. And I just scheduled that to go out. I think now you probably could do it the day before, but I just had to go out that morning. So I think that was it for the fixed date program. So Sam, any questions on that one?
I think we just had a question here that someone had asked. Just to go back to the advanced options page, where you had the PDF URL for the redirect. Maybe we could just show that redirect option again, Shelley, if that's okay, just to make sure everyone got that, because this is a handy little setting that
Yeah,
that is pretty beneficial for directing clients where you want them to go.
Yeah, so in the program, so we're in the program details, like edit details, and then about almost all the way down here, I have the redirect. So yeah. So once they finish, it is going to take them to their guide.
Perfect.
And it could be like a checklist, or, here's what you need to do to prepare. And then maybe they get the guide during one of the sessions or something, but whatever you want, you can put it there, but it is really handy. Or, another thing you can do if this is a free or low cost challenge, but you want them to start learning more about like a higher priced group program that you're selling. I mean, you could redirect to a sales page or even kind of a teaser, like, launching soon. It's kind of a page for them to get on a wait list for your higher ticket, group coaching program. So it's kind of like leading them up to one of your higher, more signature offers.
Very cool. And I think we had one more question here that was a good one. Let me just find it again.
Yeah.
There was a question about the group chat. How can you make sure that you get alerts when someone posts in the group chat? So that's just under Shelley. If you go to the notification settings, just click on the gear icon there and go to notification preferences. And then you can just scroll down to it's on the other tab there, the My Notifications, and just scroll down a little bit. So right there where it says the group chat messages, this is where you can control the notifications you receive. You can, if you want, download for those of you who don't know, we do have a mobile app. So you can download our mobile app and receive your messages right to your mobile app as well. So that's pretty handy thing to use. And then other than that, just a few questions that were kind of similar. So as Shelley mentioned at the start of the webinar, there will be, for those of you late joining, there will be a replay made available for this, so that you can go back and refer to it. And just go over again for the question about prospective clients, they currently do not count towards your limit. So if you're on the starter plan and you have like a 10 client limit, for example, the prospective clients are not going to count towards that limit. It's only once you add them as a full client that they will be added towards the limit. And I will try and get through the rest of the questions before our next pause, Shelley.
Okay, yeah, we have one more example, but just so I don't forget, I do want to show you, so you are going to get the form codes. I don't know, Sam may have already shared those, but
Oh, I can share those now, Shelley. I'll put them in the chat now.
yeah. Okay, awesome. So for these two forms that we're sharing, in order to download those, you're just going to click the red fast action button and then say create from template. And then here, unlock templates, you're just going to paste the code. Make sure you do include the form at the, it says form underscore and then the code. So it's not just the code. And then when you hit submit, it'll pop up here at the top and you can then just go in, you click on it, it'll take you into, so let's say this was the form that you just put the code in here, you hit submit and then you click on it. Just say got it to this, and then it'll take you into edit mode. And then you can, add to it or personalize it, but just make sure that you save and exit in order to add it to your list. So you're just in the edit mode, but if you want to save it, once you hit save and exit, then it's going to be your form and you can always go in and continue to edit it. But I didn't want to forget to tell you that. Okay, so let's move on to our last example. Now, this is an example I have shown this in another video, but I wanted to go over it again just because I think people had a lot of questions about it. But this is how to use a package to sell a digital guide only. I think a lot of people think of packages as you have to bundle your services in there. So here, if you wanted to sell something that didn't include services, you just create a new package. So this is the optimal sleep guide. But what I also included is with the digital download, they're getting a bonus. So maybe you sell essential oils and you want people, like by buying the guide, they get a free little mini kit for them to try out these oils, and you're hoping that they want to order more. And then in the guide, they're going to learn about these essential oils for sleep, but they're just getting like a little mini kit. And you'll see what I did with a little form that I put on there as well. So we have $25 and purchase now, and then here's your guide. So we have the redirect to the guide. Now you can see here, there are no sessions. So this is always optional, but adding sessions, if you did want to have one with sessions in there, but then they would need to have access to, so one thing I've seen people do is let's say you had this as your low cost, but you also have another package that has a couple coach or consultations about how to use essential oils. You could, in the description, if you'd like to add on consultate, or you could say 2 60-minute consultations, click here for that package. So you could have a link here to the booking or the purchase page for another package that's similar, except it has the 2 consultations and it actually costs a lot higher. So they're kind of looking at this and they're like, ooh, I really want to learn more about essential oils. I'm going to buy that package instead. Now with that package, then they would, eventually activate their account, because then they're going to be booking sessions with you and hopefully working with you. But for this example, if you only just keep it simple, then we've got the redirect to the guide. And then also I added a booking page form, which you're going to see shipping address for the essential oil kit. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Save this. And we're going to go to share a link, visit page. Oh, keep thinking I have her email address. Hold on one sec. Let me get that. Okay, so here, this is what the booking page looks like. So I'm asking them, excuse me, I think I have to put a phone number. So which scent would you like for your essential oil kit? I want the lavender, and then shipping address, because maybe they're on vacation or they want it shipped somewhere other than their mailing address. And then any special instructions. So this is just called a booking page form. This was made in the form builder. So they would fill this out. And then I also added a little, like if you had some kind of disclaimer about using your essential oils or anything in your guide. So now here's your guide. And then here's their digital download, and then you'll be alerted that they completed that form, and you'll say, oh, okay, I'm going to ship out this little kit. And you could even say in the booking page form, like, please allow whatever 5 to 7 days for your kit to arrive. Oh, and then the other thing I did is I created a tag automation, I think here. So these are your automations, and then here's where you can add, update, or remove tags when prospects or clients purchase services, packages, or programs. So you can see here, sleep guide and oil kit trigger this automation when they buy this package. I would like to add the sleep guide and oil kit. So I can always, so it's just going to auto add that tag. So I can come in here and see if I go over here to my sleep guide and I click on that, I can make sure that everybody here, that I mailed those out to everybody who has the tag. Oh, I can also click on it up here. So that is the last example. So Sam, did we have any questions for that one?
No, Shelley, but I tried to share the form codes into the chat, and people seem to have trouble downloading it. I tried it on my account and it worked fine. I think it's just something to do with like sharing the codes in the Zoom chat. So everyone, what I'm going to try and do is this is our first time using the Q&A, so I don't know how to actually create a question. So I'm going to reply to Katie Gross's question at 2:44, and I'm going to put the code links in there. And then if not, we can try.
You know what? So, I know what happened. Okay, let me show you. So when you copy and paste these codes, sometimes it capitalizes the F in form and you don't want it capitalized. So when we send the replay email, we'll make sure to have this. I don't know why the copy and paste. Well, now I can see it's actually capitalized in. Let me repaste this in. You just don't want it capitalized. That's the problem. So let me so this should be not capitalized. But I'll show you where you would go. So let me copy one of these and I'll show you how to download this. So I'm going to copy one. I'm going to come over. I'm going to go to my practice and forms and waivers. And then you're going to click on the red button in the very first option here. And then down here, it says unlock templates. So you're going to paste that code. And again, if you notice that this first letter is capitalized, just go in here, delete it, just make sure it's not capitalized because then it won't work. So now when I hit submit, here's the self-care assessment. So all I have to do now is click on it and just say, got it here. All that's telling you is that I added these personalization, just in case you want to remove that. So once you're in here, you could come in and edit. Maybe you don't want to have this, or maybe you want to put your own name, like, put warmly, whatever your name is. And then if you do want to add some other questions or modify these, but when you're done, I'm just gonna call this. When you're done, make sure to hit save and exit, and then you'll see here, that's the form that I just downloaded. So it's as simple as that. So hopefully that'll work, but just check that F that it's not capitalized.
Actually, Shelley, while you were doing it, I think we just come across some weird issue with the Zoom chat. I don't know if it's a permissions-based thing, but people say they are copying it from Zoom and doing the same thing, and it doesn't seem to be working. So rather than troubleshooting, I will post it in the Q&A, but just know everyone, we will be sending this in the email after the call as well. So like when you get the replay email, we will be including these form code links as well, but I will try posting it in the Q&A. Like I said, I'll just reply to, I'm just not sure how to create a new topic in the Q&A because it's my
yeah, it'll be in the replay emails. Amy says work for me to type it in. Okay.
So yeah, I think it's just some weird copy paste technical issue where
okay.
Zoom.
Okay.
So, but the way Shelley that just showed you to actually do it, once you get the form codes in the email, just do exactly what she did and it will work.
Yeah. Yeah, you will get them very soon if it didn't work. All right. So any other questions, Sam?
Sorry, I got a bit sidetracked with that because I want to make sure that everything worked here.
Oh yeah.
Let me just check here. Someone had asked, what is the main difference between using the package with session option versus the program option? I think Maggie was a little bit, she mentioned she was a little bit confused by that.
The package with session options versus the programs. I'm wondering if she means, so let's go back to this package. So this was just for the digital guide. So in this scenario, you're just getting the digital guide to download, plus you get the essential oils mini kit. If you wanted to have another package where they could get these two things plus a coaching session or a couple consultations, you could just have a link in here over to the booking page for a different package that would look very similar, except down here you would add, you know, a couple, you could add like two, this could be called, you know, essential oils consultation, and you could add like two of those. That could just be another, like kind of, I guess you could call it an upsell. So they came here to pay $25, but then they realized like, oh, I could still get the guide and the oils and 2 sessions with my practitioner. And that's going to be $225. So that, but the program, I don't know if she is talking about one of these programs. A program's a little bit different. That, like this example, better, this is where they're going to actually get content from Practice Better. You know, this one is not an email only one, but that's just a totally different thing than the package. I'm not sure if that answered the question or not.
I think that was what they were talking about. And then we also had a question from Jory about, does a professional plan come with templates for shared forms and programs? So you will have the access for form templates. That's available on our starter plan as well. You can use like pre-built form templates, which you can then modify and change. Unfortunately, at the moment, we don't have any program templates available. That being said, if any of you have any colleagues who use Practice Better, you can share programs with one another. So if you have a friend who's maybe built out a program in Practice Better and they want to share the code with you, it would work very similar to what we were talking about earlier about sharing the form access code. So that is an option as well. And I think that's kind of all the questions that we'd probably have time for, Shelley. I can't really see anything else that would be too
okay
at the moment.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to put a few links in the chat here. So again, we really appreciate if you could just take 1 minute to give us your feedback in the survey. I just posted that link in the chat. If you want to learn more, watch other deep dives that we've done, this is a link to our YouTube channel. You can go under playlist and deep dives just to see, previous deep dives. We've done quite a few on programs, like setting up different types of programs. If you are on a paid plan, starter, pro, plus, or team, you can join the Inner Circle Facebook group. So we have over 3,000 members in there, all practitioners using Practice Better. Very informative and active group. And lastly, you will get the replay email with a link to the recording and resources and the form codes. So thank you so much, everybody. Oh, Maggie says, I love PB, awesome platform. Thank you, Maggie. We love that you love Practice Better. I hope these examples kind of sparked some ideas on your end, and you can always go back and watch the replay if you want to just go step by step and set that up yourself. But if you let us know if you come up with some other creative ideas, we always like to hear what everybody else is doing. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye now.